What's up, everybody? This is your girl Erica from the Classy Climb blog. Skynet won't let you be great. You know what I'm saying? But we gonna be out here. What it do though? Hello, everybody. This is your girl Ericka from the Classy Climb blog, author of Smartphone Millionaire books, How to Invest in People, Businesses, and Real Estate from the palm of your hand. If you haven't noticed the trend on this channel, I've been for years now saying how a certain amount wasn't enough. It just wasn't enough. Now, some of the things you've been seeing people write about and talk about is the black tax. What is the black tax? Who gets hit with the black tax? Is the black tax real? But could you drop your city and state in the chat for me? Drop a 1 in the comments if you can hear me well. Long story short, they've been talking about for years now about the black tax. Essentially, you're the first person in your family to make 120, 150,000, 80,000. And it becomes an strenuous burden, and you help pull everybody up. I've told you guys countless stories of where people like Lisa Phillips, who is here on YouTube, out of 8 siblings, she's the only sibling investing in real estate, and had her sister call and say, hey, her nephew is in jail, need help. Well, how much is the bail? It was like literally $400 or $500. So that's what she did, is she gave them $800, right? $500 or something very small. And so what I want you to understand about that is $500 got a 13-year-old kid out of jail, and they didn't have it. And that's out of a family of 8 adults. She's the only one that has it. You've also seen stuff where somebody's a doctor, somebody's a nurse, somebody's a something, and the family now expects them to turn around and shell out money constantly, nonstop. I experienced it for myself. When it comes to vacations and trips and such, I've started just requesting, hey, put that 500 out. I want it. Put it out. I want it. Give it to me. Regardless if you think I have it or not, you have to come with something. And so if we know the average person is making 30,000 a year, 75 million Americans are making 30,500 a year. If you come on YouTube and I tell you, hey man, you should make 150,000, and I say 20% of that a year is 20, 30,000, you should be able to go buy you rental property. There's several people in our community can't do it, not because of the money, not because of the credit, because they are literally helping everyone in their family. Again, a lot of people say, why aren't more Black women stay-at-home moms? Why aren't more Black women staying home with their children, breastfeeding and all this stuff? And I dare tell you this, because even if their husband makes 120, he's shelling out 20 to 30,000 that a year to his siblings and family and mother. I know people who have deadbeat daddies who disappeared their whole childhood, but now that they're an adult making money, their father expects them to send them money. There's one guy who proudly on YouTube talks about the fact that his dad is terrible, deadbeat, no good. And he sends him a check every month anyway, because he doesn't want him coming around him or his family. This is a real thing. And now people say, Erica, oh no, that they just need to get away from their family. They just need to separate. Listen, y'all, I've done 6,000 paid phone consultations over the years, or probably closer to 7,000 at this point. And I will promise, without a shout out, I could give y'all about 100 to 200 stories where people call me. Them and their husband are making 200,000, yet they're almost shelling out $4,000 to $5,000 a month, making sure their mothers and fathers have somewhere to live, and making sure their siblings are having somewhere to live. This is a very common thing. For people to play like this isn't common, that means they don't have any money in their pocket. That's just all it is. That's all that is. It means they don't have money in their pocket. I literally had one of my YouTube students who is an awesome guy, is basically one of my friends, who basically was like, hey, I need some friends with some money. You want to go to New York real quick and go see Serena Williams retire? I'm like, sure. Do you want to go do this? Yeah, sure. Do you want to go do this? And when I told him the flight round trip was $150, and this is to New York, right? LaGuardia. The hotels are maybe $200. Let's go to the Broadway plays. They're maybe $200. There are several people who are like, man, you living good. And I go, that's less than a $700 trip. The other day I had my eyes examined, and I bought a pair of glasses because y'all been talking shit about my glasses for years now. I'm sick of y'all. Been talking shit for years. So I got me some new glasses in my eyes and my contacts. And the lady was like, it's $739. Your insurance doesn't cover these bills. I was like, okay, that's fine. And I just gave her my card and went on about my day. But you could tell her eyes were like, ma'am, it's $700. And there was a time, I'm not pretending like I'm so rich. There was a time where $700, I'd be like, well, shit, we ain't got no eyes this week. We ain't gonna be able to see at all. We're gonna wear them same glasses, right? And what's happening is inflation is flushing it out. Inflation is flushing out the economic problems that your siblings, your daddy, your mama, them been waiting and hiding and ignoring. We've got family members I know that are retiring and they've got pensions for 2 or 3 different locations. They've got friends that don't live that well. My mom is one of the highest paid family members in our family, but our other family members have more investments. You dig what I'm saying? And so my mom is always, people are always pulling for my mom, her grandchildren, shit, my siblings, everybody. They be like, hey. And I literally say, you know what? It doesn't matter if you make 100. If you're giving 20% of your income to your family in various forms, helping pay people in prison, paying for people's emergency bills, paying for people emergency ER visits, all kind of stuff, it eats up fast. So when I sit here and I bring people on this channel and people say, oh, 120, 150, this ain't nothing, you're a liar. And I know you're a liar because the average American's making $30,000 a year. The average married couple is barely making 70, 80,000 a year. That's why when the houses went up, they couldn't afford it. They couldn't. That's why when people talk about, well, Black people need to be more married and stay together, even if they are married, the Black woman won't be able to stay home if her husband, even he makes 100K. He'll be giving that money to his mother. He'll be giving that money to his siblings. And he will want to drive a Chrysler 300. Okay, you already know. Let's stop playing. I've seen too many Chrysler 300s out here. So already you don't even have enough money to stay home for your own children. This is why when Tamika Reed comes on, Tamika Reed was here this week for the boat party. We ate Converse dinner afterwards. When she's sitting here saying 250 is got it, we got to get the numbers up to 250 so we can at least be accredited, so we can at least have access to certain types of investment. People cringe. That's not real money. Oh, Ericka, maybe that's where you are in Austin. Maybe that's where you are over here. And I'm like, no. There's cities all over the United States that are paying people $250. They just ain't talking to y'all. They just ain't over here talking to y'all. They ain't over here bothering with y'all. They know what hanging out with the lowers it does to them financially. Right? A lot of people say, how do I meet these people? And I'd be like, I just go to conferences. I deal and talk with people. Prime example, this November, I'll be in Las Vegas for the real estate domination conference. It's the last one. He ain't doing no more. He said he tired of messing with y'all. Okay. And so Rodro Montanalo is doing that one. On top of the fact I'm going to SEMA. SEMA has these cars that have 30, 40, 50, $60,000 of enhancements and conversions and kits and all this stuff on it. Who do you think has money to do that? Business owners, eye doctors, nurses. We had people at the boat party this week, and I'm like, baby, you can just hire more tax accountants. She knows I probably keep using her as an example for a while now, but like you literally, once you have the office and you have the space, if you got the marketing budget, you just need the staff now. My friend that's the eye doctor that I got my eyes done at yesterday, name is Derek. You probably won't figure out who he is, but long story short, he has staff. He travels all the time to Switzerland. He's gone all the time. It's that front staff. You know, people always want to call when I'm doing my show. So rude. It's that front staff that holds the place down. That's why there's this conundrum of like, I want to be self-employed, but I want to be able to take vacations and live life and enjoy my family. It's going to require staff. It's always going to require staff. It's always going to require some people running the show while you ain't there. You can be the brand, but you can't be there every day and live a good life. I was telling somebody I'm taking 90 days off. They're like, 90 days in the fourth quarter, Ericka. No, not the fourth quarter. I said, we've already got contingency. We've already pre-recorded videos. We already got scheduled classes. We've already got scheduled calls. We already got ads running. We already paid for the vacations. We gone, baby. We gone. So, you know, I have people call me like, well, look, can I get an interview in next month? No, I ain't going to be here. I'm gone, baby. Gone overseas. There's several other YouTubers I know who are going to be in Croatia, who are going to be over in Europe. I'm going to go see them. Simple as that. I'm going to do a little car camping. Not no hobo camping. I didn't say hobo camping. I said car camping at our national parks. I'm going to go live good. I'm selling all them properties in Detroit. I'm selling that one in Cleveland. I'm keeping the daggone investment rolling in St. Petersburg and Phoenix, Arizona and Granbury, Texas. And that's it. That's it. But see, the problem is when I sit here and talk to y'all about credit cards and credit, people fight tooth and nail. The average person doesn't have the savings account to run a business cash. That's why so many of these businesses go under. They say, well, Ericka, 9 out of 10 businesses go under. But do you read the reason why they go under? Cash. The average business owner, Asian, Hispanic, white, whoever in America, credit score is 617. I brought out the data, showed it to y'all. What you have to realize is the argument about credit is a lot of folks don't have it. They wait to the last minute when they want to try to use it at the last minute. That's why you have you have millions of channels on YouTube, millions talking about credit card, this and that, pledge loans, and doing these little tricks, but they're not talking about changing the behavior. That was the whole purpose of this channel, is to change your mindset and how you look at money, how you look at investing, how one investment don't take you down. One bad investment doesn't mess over your whole life. It may be a bump in the road, but it doesn't destroy you. But that's where a lot of our people are. They have 1 or 2 good years where they make real good money, and they try to swing for the fences on an over the top investment. It doesn't work that way. You don't get rich off 5K. You don't get rich off 10K, and you don't get rich off 20K. Shit, you don't even get rich off 50K, right? It's a continuous investment. So you see why I put in the title 125K enough. It just ain't. Because right now we can simply do the math on, when I was riding around with Asia, she said, how much are these apartments? I said, well, 2,500. Oh, 1,500 by yourself. She's like, man, that's the cost of a whole house in Detroit. That's true. That's why when a lot of you talk about, well, I make 40K and it's okay. You live in Detroit. You live in Cleveland. You live in the middle of Ohio somewhere. You live in the middle of Oklahoma somewhere. The price of living is lower. And so when I talk about 120, you're like, that's silly. Because where you live, the cost of living is so low. But if one hiccup hits you, you can't afford to replace the roof. You can't afford to replace the plumbing. Why do you think so many people wholesale their houses? Not because they want to, but because they get in dire straits from the lack of repair, the lack of financial investment in repairing their own home. You think people want to come to a home, the AC don't work, and they got units hanging out the window? I remember working at Lowe's, and people would come in there all the time. I need some units. They were like, how many? I don't know. My AC went out. I said, well, when does the insurance company come to fix it? I don't have insurance. I don't know when I'm gonna be able to fix it. They talking about $8,000. I'm like, that's a standard. That's a standard repair. What you think you got to get a Julio hookup for $1,000? That's not happening. So this is why people really are keen on, I just want to rent. I want to rent. You want to rent because you don't make enough money to own. You don't make enough money to invest. And again, we can go back and forth on the smaller arguments that, hey, if I got $25, $50, I can invest. Yeah, I've never told you can't buy some stocks, some dividend stocks for $25, $50, $100. But I'm talking about when you read Mr. Money Mustache, somebody brought it yesterday, or any of these people in this FIRE movement, these are people making $150K a year plus. So their rent being $2,000, their car being a $500 payment, their food budget being another $500, that ain't nothing to them. That's $4,000. It's nothing to them. Of course they can pay down all their debt. This is the conversation people aren't having about why we are encouraging you to make more. You have a black tax. This is for Latino folks too. Let's not play, right? Even if you're the first person in your family to have a business, a lot of these folks have businesses that make maybe 250K, 300K. Let's take what's 30% of 300K? 90,000. Okay, that's your take home. Now I say 30% just because it's an old math trick for most business owners. You take home 30% of your income. Now some people might be taking home more, and that's fine. But at the end of the day, it's around 30%. It's around 30. So you and your family see you driving a nice truck, you got a roofing business, you doing all this, you must got money. That little do they know, you got to pay taxes, you got to pay employees, you got to pay staff. There's been years where I've made almost $500,000. There's been years I've made 150. And I can tell you, baby, people don't care. They think you got it always. You better be giving it up always. It just don't be that way. So, because I know that personally, because I've been on countless phone calls with people all over the whole United States who are literally holding up their mothers and fathers, regardless of how the parent treats them, holding up their siblings, putting them in housing because their siblings having a bunch of babies out of wedlock, and now they got to hold her up too. I've seen it. I've been on the phone, y'all. I'm talking about what we would consider bougie black people, married, doing good, living good, both of them making a lot of money. They still having to hold up family members. It's a part of the cost of living. That's in their budget. That's why when y'all get tough online and speak tough online, I'm not paying no family. I'm not taking care of people. These people gonna find y'all in this recession. Aunt Becky and Uncle Joe, who done spent up all their money on lottery tickets, they gonna find your house. When y'all have Thanksgiving dinner over that nice big house you at, they gonna come back to that house. They gonna look for you. Hey, baby, need somewhere to live, baby. They coming. I'm telling y'all, that's why people are paying, because they don't want them siblings living with them. I just know it. I know it. I get on the phone. I read the data. I read the documents. Why you people got these multi-generational housing? Right? We reviewed the eviction video and it said, oh, she didn't want to live with her grandma because she was worried about COVID. She won't worry about COVID. Her and that little 4-year-old girl weren't going nowhere. She was worried about the rules. Grandma was probably saying, baby, you got to follow the rules if you want to stay here. And people don't want to do that. Right? People don't want to do that. So a couple things I noticed today that were on what I noticed today. I bring it up. I went to the Jewish bakery. I always like going to the Jewish bakery because I'd be ear hustling in there. Went and sat down, and this older white dad, clearly in his 60s, and son's 24 after I heard him talk. The man across from them works in pharmaceutical sales. And this dad was saying, hey, man, I was really hoping you could help my son get in at the company you're at or get a referral. He won't even plan. He won't mix some words. He was like, so he's like, they're talking, kind of like seeing if Logan's a good fit. Logan, what are you doing? Blah, blah, blah. And Logan's telling him, he worked there. Basically, no jobs that had any qualifications for him to be in sales and pharmaceutical sales. Only way Logan was going to get in that pharmaceutical sales is if this white man, I didn't get to catch his name, across from him was going to help him get in the door. What y'all got to understand is it's the environment. It's the people they know. It's the associations. I was talking to old boy last night. I was talking about Biggie Small's daughter. And he was just like, who else does the boyfriend know other than Biggie Small's daughter that would have enough money to get him out on bail? Probably nobody. This is a real thing. He didn't know nobody. They had to use her house that her daddy's money and royalties done bought for some bail. For some bail money. Something silly. They're like, well, if they love each other, they got to stick with it. He just got to show up to court. And I'm like, the numbers ain't in her favor. I hear you, baby, but the numbers ain't in her favor. If old boy spooked enough at a traffic stop over a suspended license to hit the gas and run in New York, where New York don't play, the number that's not looking good is not looking good. But that also reminds you of associations. There's no one in that association that has that girl working somewhere where she would not be associated with pookies all day, or she wouldn't be looking for pookies. People are like, well, she's attracted to what she's attracted to. No, it's called association. If they had that girl at a college, a bougie location, association, working on Wall Street, she would not be with no pookie. But that's because lack of parenting, lack of choices. Father died. There's money moving around, but you have musicians and people in the music industry that aren't the greatest of people. Let's just go there, right? They just aren't. So again, this comes that conundrum of association. Who are your parents associating you with? Who are your parents introducing you to? See, many people go, well, I had to earn it from the bottom. I had to pull myself up by the bootstraps. That's because your parents couldn't introduce you to nobody. Let's go there, right? Your parents couldn't connect you with nobody. When I was in high school, I ended up going to 6 proms. And people were like, damn, why you go to 6 proms? There were people in my mom's unit who were like, hey, my son's real nerdy. Could he take your daughter to the prom? He goes to this school over here. Y'all can pick her up and drop her off. You don't even have to, just so he has a date to the prom. This is literally in the early 2000s. A person from a whole nother school, I didn't even know this boy. I went to the prom with him. That happened 3 different times. And I was like, Mom, stop telling people yes. She's like, these people have nice sons who are nerdy. You're going to go to these proms. And at the time, I thought that was the ridiculous thing I've ever heard. That is ridiculous. Why am I going to prom with these goofy nerds? And you having to park in the parking lot and pick me up right when it's over. It was association. These were officers' kids. These were kids who were nerdy. These were kids who were going to UNC Chapel Hill. These are kids who were going to NC State for engineering. Mama wasn't thinking. She was thinking their parents are also thinking about who they associate their children with. So much so they picked each other for the prom. My prom pictures at my house are quite hilarious. My mom kept them up for a long time. It was like a comedy of pictures. But at the time, I thought it was ridiculous she did that. But looking back, that's what parents were trying to do. How can I guide this child to better people and better choices? Very awkward prom, but great. This also happens at college level. This also happens after college. I'm at the freaking Jewish bakery often, just listening to people's conversation, ear hustling, insurance people, investment folks over there. I'm just going to tell y'all, if you get an opportunity to get in the room with people, even for Panama, the trip we have going to Panama, we have Andy buys houses, Miss CG Notes is going, Malik Vanderpool Properties is going, several people that have already invested in other cities and other states, going, learning, educating themselves. It's the conversations, it's the people in the room, right? So that's kind of what I try to stress to y'all is, if it wasn't for the conference I went to, I would be with the man I'm with and planning the future I'm planning and going the route I'm going. It's conferences that did that. Where are you going to find the most go-getter people? Conferences. Where are you going to find people that had money, disposable money to spend to come to a conference? Conferences. This is something people really overlook. But again, associations matter. Now, I went to Walgreens. Bags over here. Y'all can't see these bags in the car, but I had to go to Walgreens and restock the house of stuff. We had a lot of guests in this week. And so I'm in Walgreens. I'm like, what's holding up the line, man? Just trying to come in the store and quick and get these items. Let's go. It's a lady trying to do a chime deposit. Y'all know my thoughts on chime. Okay. I'm thinking we can't go to an ATM. We can't just go find an ATM to go to put this chime in. Like, what is this? This is a Walgreens. This is the lifts people will go to not have a regular bank. Now, you got to use what you got to use. Again, I know y'all be like, stop picking on people. I'm really not. I just want to ask you to understand that you got countless banks all over Texas and Austin, Texas, and you still using Chime. You need to have a bank that gives you opportunity to go put your money at the ATM, not at the Walgreens waiting on the manager to come over so you can do a Chime deposit. That just is what it is. Like, that's all I had for that story. I was just at Walgreens sitting there like, girl, you holding up this line for a Chime deposit? Girl, if you don't get your rump out of here. Now, bank. Long story short, I had to go sign off on paperwork for our Panama trip and fax it at a UPS store. So beside me was a budget van. I'm like, what the hell is this budget van doing? I look over, the budget van, of course, had the USDOT numbers on it on the little door. And the guy's going back and forth. And I say, man, they didn't even give you a UPS truck. He said, man, they said I wasn't worthy of a truck. I said, well, at least this one has AC. He said, yes, thank the Lord. It ain't even hot today, but it was just the purpose of the conversation. He was sweating. You got to realize these companies are going to get into squeeze positions and they're going to get them packages out any way possible, even with them having to use budget trucks with the budget still on the side. So again, local drivers, you'll always have a job, but you're going to be sweating and fighting to get that $50K a year. That over the road position is 70K to 100 bands a year. But see, here's the argument. Oh, I can't be away from my boo. I can't be away from my family. The kids need me. Everybody needs me every day. The crying, the whining. Listen, everybody who's been around trucking knows what I'm talking about. You signed up for the deal because this was the best deal you could get. If you could get a better deal, you would have got a better deal. You can. So if you want to go back to your local town and scruffle and jump in and out of a budget truck and deliver UPS, do that. You want to jump in and out of Sprinter vans through Amazon, do that. But don't complain about the $50K you're going to get a year. That's the deal. That's what it's worth. Right? So now that you know that number's low. Okay, now what are you going to have to do to supplement that? It's going to be some type of investment because you can't jump in out of these trucks for your whole life. You can't. Your body just physically can't do it. So where in this process are you going to sit down and say, what's the game plan? What's the game plan? Right? The reason I'm picking on Chime is we're moving to a position in society. Part of what the title of the video is about credit cards. You go to some of these coffee shops, you go to Starbucks, you go to only card only. I was at the airport and the signs, they took away all the women. Like I remember it happened in 2 years. Before, right at the pandemic, was a bunch of old ladies working the cash register at the airport, talking to you, being nice. Then all of a sudden, they started putting these new posts out there. Then all of a sudden, they started putting these machines out there. They just automated all those little old ladies away. And now it's credit card only. If you try to use your debit card, the machine acts like it's retarded. It can't compute. Right? It's like, what's happening? Then let's say, dare say you have cash. Now you got to push the emergency button. Then back your car out, go all the way over to this other spot so that you can give this lady cash. And then she got the nerve to ask you, is it exact change? B, no, it ain't exact change. Make change. It's cash. Cash is valid in this country. And so what you're noticing, even at the farmer's market, you know, there's a place, if you go to Rudy's and if you go to, what's that other place here in Austin? Oh, Specs Liquor Store. Specs Liquor Store. If you go to Specs, they go, look, we'll give you 5% off if you just use cash. If you just use cash, we'll give you a 5% off. ATM in the store will give you 5% off your order if you just use cash. Because Visa, MasterCard, people are squeezing these companies with fees. Same thing happened with Publix and Kroger. They were like, hey, we ain't going to take MasterCard ever. We ain't going to take American Express no more. We ain't going to take Visa for the rest of the month. And people are like, they can't do that. They have to take our cards. They don't. See, we're in a society that's pushing you away from cash. And y'all know what's happening. If I were you, and I'm going to tell you like this, you saw how they were standing outside in China at the bank. Give me my cash. No. You should always keep some type of cash on you, on your person and in your house at all times. I don't care what they push. Every time I see the little Indian couple swipe their little Apple Watch to pay for something, I'm like, where else are they doing that? They can't do it in India. They're not doing it in Africa, most of Africa. When we were there, they were like, baby, give me cash. Just give me cash. I was like, I got a card. They had a card center around the corner. We were in Zanzibar, Africa. It was around the corner. You had to walk a while. And the owner walked with us for me to buy this fabric and swipe my card. I was like, are we for real? The ATMs weren't working to even give me cash. So in America, we trying to go 2042 with credit cards only, because a lot of the fraud, the chargebacks, these credit card companies have to fight that stuff. And they have to insure that money. I hope I'm not losing y'all. Put it in the comments if you get what I'm saying. If I'm losing y'all, let me know. But credit cards are basically fighting an uphill battle of they're insuring that money. So they're going to fight for that money. When you do chargebacks, that's why some companies get closed, because they have so many chargebacks. This is why you have this rise of chargebacks and course creators crying about, man, I put my courses out and there's so many chargebacks, because people are trying to play this scam where they keep doing these chargebacks on these cards. Okay? But when you go to South America, when you go to Africa, when you go to parts of Europe, you want to use them cards, they're going to tax you. You want to use them debit cards, they're going to tax you. You want to be in Greece, you want to be in Europe, I don't know if you can look this video up for yourselves, but it's a video talking about the ATM problem in Europe, where they're like charging you like 25% on the money you get out, charging you 36% interest on the money you get out. Crazy numbers. Because see, you're trying to force that system in a world that likes cash, that likes touching the paper. Turkey likes touching the paper. Greece likes touching the paper. Croatia, Africa, give me the paper, baby. All right? When you know your $1 American is worth $25,008 or something crazy, careful. Get their cash. Don't use your dollars, because now they about to have a party. They like, damn, she got $5. I'm about to live well. You know what I'm saying? Like, they really getting over. And I bring that up to you because look at what we're doing on our side, and look what the reverse action is when you travel overseas. They like, no, we don't like this. We should be paying attention, right? We're all talking about the convenience of it, or, oh, people break into offices, Ericka, so offices shouldn't have cash. I'm telling you, the outside of America and Canada and Europe, most of Europe, keyword most, they want the cash. Eastern Europe wants cash. I'm telling you that as a person who's well traveled and going back over there. They be like, get your money. Get it early. Don't the American dollar goes far, but don't be a sucker, right? Don't be out here shaking $40 on these girls thinking you a king and you just shook her $400 in cash. If you gonna trick, at least trick wisely. You gave her 40 is, they rent's 250. You do the math. You gave her a lot of money. Okay. So I'm hitting on different points and I hope I'm not losing you all because it's a lot. But what I'm seeing pushed is that documentation. You're going to have to show somewhere on paper and documentation that your company's doing what it's saying doing and the numbers are matching. And so I encourage you, one, to travel and see other countries. Two, feel free to come with me to Panama. We're going October 13th and 15th. We got several people going. I want to show you how far your money can stretch in other countries. Not tricking, but actually a place to live and a place to remote work and a place that you can promote and make money off of. Right? So the properties start anywhere from like 50,000 over there to $1 million, right? So it's all choices. We'll see a lot of properties around the $75,000 to $150,000 mark. But again, it starts with that 125 isn't enough. Right? If you're making 125 in America and I'm telling you, hey, there's a deal over here for 50, unless you get financing, you can't get it. Because I know you can't save 50 out of your check. It's just the truth. It's just the truth. I hate to do it, but it's the truth. Right? A lot of these apartment syndication deals, they want 50K. They want 100K. I just got one recently emailed me the other day, 250,000 for 10% on your money. You're like, woo, for 250,000, baby, I could go buy a building, right? So again, I'm gonna read some of y'all comments, but I'm not trying to be here forever. I just wanted to really talk to y'all about the fact that when I bring people on this channel talking about business credit, tomorrow we'll have Dana Christian on. She got $1 million in business credit, actual spendable business credit, like cash money, not just vendor credit. She comes on tomorrow at 2 p.m. She's supposed to be our Wealth Wednesday guest, but we moved her to Friday, so we can close out the week, so we can finish out our vacation. We're gone, baby. Next week we're seeing Serena Williams play tennis and go see the Broadway and to be in the New Yorks and then go be with my family. So I'm out of here, right? I got pre-recorded content. It's super helpful stuff. I break down a lot of stuff. We also created 10 stock videos for a reason. They'll be released in an order. I'm telling you, the way you'll connect with me and other people like me is go with us to Panama or probably our future Puerto Rico and Belize trips. It just is what it is. Like we're just segueing to a different perspective. Another way you can see me is September 10th and 11th. I'll be at Andy By's House's boot camp in Clearwater, Florida. Get in the room, partner with people. I'm literally partnering and working with people now. It just is what it is, right? The math is the math. Andy came in town on a Sunday. We drove around, literally found framers, builders, electrical, roofing, all in one day because people were working on a Sunday. And guess what? Those people love cash. Those people love cash as well. And so I'm gonna see if I can get Made 5 to come on and talk to you about ticket reselling and a few other items, because what y'all forget is our human nature is to buy a ticket at the last minute. It's to invest in something at the last minute when our back's against the wall, and that's where people make the money off us. And I don't mean just us Black people, I mean everybody. They make money off everybody like that. Payday loan, lenders, all kind of stuff. High interest loans, that's where it comes from. So look, you guys, I'm going to read your comments and I'm kind of try to wrap it up. But there's 447 people in here. If you haven't gotten my $27 credit spring cleaning, read all the comments. There are hundreds of testimonials. We'll be posting them throughout the whole month coming up of people who got their scores go up 90 points, 50 points, 30 points, 20 points just by clearing and protecting their data. I'm telling y'all, it's that wild out here, right? It's that wild out here that just protecting your information will pop your score up 100 points. So the link is always below and in the description. It's theclassyclimbers.com. We'll go review these comments and let's see what we got here. Dana said, I always tell my siblings about the easy, high-paying jobs. Yeah, they blow you. Listen, y'all think I'm joking. I remember eye appointments were $200, and I was like, guess I ain't gonna have no contacts. I guess I'm be eyeless. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. I'm telling you, Tara, today I went and got my facial, and I had to do it with somebody that was not my regular. And she was like, do you have any packages and stuff? I said, girl, bye, I got cash. Go on here. If you don't come on and do my face and come, like, what are you talking about? A package? I don't need no damn package. Like, massage, Hand and Stone is great for $69, $99 a month or whatever packages. But I don't wait to get I do it when I do it. Like, and that's where you got to realize that a lot of people are in such a dire strait that if they ain't got the package, they can't even get their $100 facial. It's crazy. Inherited a house in West LA and making 120K with their family of four, both working with no rent, and we are struggling. God damn, Bebo. Jesus be with you. Be with you. That's rough, baby. That's rough. 80K passive income, no debt, closing on the sale of a house, 40K proper. Congratulations, Kevin. Oh, crap. Let me see. The lowers, listen, I don't know what's a nice word for it, but the lowers is, listen, the other day I was talking to this guy on Instagram. I'm going to tell you, he's in Louisiana. It's Chris Rue. He had a mastermind. And he was like, look, the minimum to even come out here is 3K for the mastermind. And I was like, okay, what's the problem? He's like, I love telling people that because it just weeds everybody out. Because people really associate, well, if I give you 3K, this. Prime example. Just thought about it just when I said that. There is the guy who did the ads for him 500 to help him 500 make $1 million a month in ads. He's having a mastermind. Take a guess how much that mastermind costs. Put it in the chat. Take a guess how much the mastermind of the guy, and he's having it in Las Vegas, who made him 500 ads, would help him 500 last year make $1 million to 1.2 million every month. Put it in the comments. Put it in the comments. 250K. Yeah. Listen, I'm telling you, and people are like, well, Ericka, everybody ain't in LA and New York. I get it. But once you start helping your family, that's a train that don't stop. Listen, you already know. There you go. 90% of America makes less than 125. People in NCAA acting like they're the norm. I just said, look at all the people saying it's too low. Like, what? That's what I'm telling you. Again, even in Texas, even in parts of North Carolina, South Carolina, if it's a husband and wife team, the wife is making 70, the husband is making 80. That's 150 together. Even those two people together struggle to buy homes, struggle to save any money, struggle to get on the same plan. Right? This is why I keep advocating for investments. So I keep advocating for credit. This is why I keep advocating, because one hiccup takes them out the game. All right. And again, this is the crunch too, right? This is not just one way, but this is the crunch where it's a time thing, right? If your counterparts are getting married at 25 to 28 and starting their careers, by the time they're 35 to 38, they're having a whole different life. It's been 10 years. If you now, Ricky Bobby and Bonquisha just decided at 32 to get it together, we're going to get it together, baby. It's going to take y'all to 42 to really see the same life. Do you have the patience? A lot of people don't. And neither does their family. Right? So that's just, yeah, I'm not hobo camping. I'm going to do the nice, cool car thing at the state park, but like not hobo camping. People should sue them a lot. We had several people. We had a guy in our credit repair, not our credit repair group, but our Classy Climbers private Facebook group. And I don't know if he's still in there, but I've been trying to find his post. And we tried to pin it to the top announcements. Literally, he sued the credit bureaus from Alabama, and they came and fixed it. That's right. Some HOAs do not allow window units. I've actually drove by neighborhoods today where they got a window unit on the backside. So I'm like, y'all roasting in that damn house. Because if you got that window unit on the backside, I know what that means. I know exactly what that means. They shouldn't, Sherry, but it's very like, Sherry, if I tell you every week, the amount of calls I do a week, I would say, let's say 10, right? 6 out of those 10 calls are them having to take care of their mama and daddy. Take care of a sibling. They got the sibling they know is a troublemaker in their 40s. So now they already planning for, in about 20 years, they're going to have to hold this person up. You'd be amazed the phone calls I have. It actually breaks my heart sometimes. I'll be like, baby, I feel for you, because We love our family and we don't want to have them in poverty and squander, right? We almost have to turn our backs on some folks because they don't listen. That's a hard life. That's a hard life. I used to not understand why people just disappeared on their families. I used to think, wow, what a horrible person. They need therapy. Now I understand. Nothing to do with it. I'm like, I understand why some people move completely away and start a whole new life. I understand it. It ain't, but it's just money, right? If you love them, it's just money. But if you ain't got it, okay, this is true. It may be. Listen, Sherry, tell them 40% of jobs are never marketed. People get in from knowing people. Just the other day, I told somebody, I said, hey, what if I want to do a 90-day contract and like not record it like for YouTube, but yes, record it for YouTube. I said, can I do that? They were like, you get in trouble, but I could get you in the door. And I'm like, let's do it. I probably quit after 2 weeks, but it don't matter. I just want to do it, right? There's some stuff I want to do. Who are you? The prophetess Deborah? LOL. My cousin sister-in-law is trying to move in with, with me. She and her husband, 4 babies by 3 different baby daddies. She is at war with her hubs to keep the sister out. Ain't no way. Ooh, Jesus. Let me tell you like this. I know people who their grown son, his wife, and their 3 kids moved in with the parents. The grandpa put the pow pow to one of the kids and they moved out within a week. This is how I know people don't have structure in their homes, because if somebody spanks the kid, I can't believe you spanked the kid. We don't do spanking. And that's why you gonna get out. Boy, listen, they've been trying to get them out for months. And the kid acted up, grandpa pop that butt, they moved out in like 2 weeks, less than 2 weeks. Our whole family is like, did you see that? That's crazy. They came husband, wife, 3 kids, and a dog. And this is the crazy part, is because the family owns such a giant house. Everybody's like, well, they got a big old house. It shouldn't be a problem. It don't matter if I got a 5, 6, 7 bedroom house on an acre with lots of room and a lake in the back. It don't matter. That's too many people in a damn house. Okay? It's too many people. I mean, it just is. It just is. That's my whole point. For a boyfriend, not a husband, for a boyfriend, they wow. They wow. No, Faith isn't her mother. Faith is the brother's mom. Stop. You know, Tiger Woods was associated one time with one of them women he cheated with was a black woman now. She was a tennis pro. She was from a very uppity family. Like, they hear him put that away. People want to call you bougie. Just being around people who have nothing is constantly draining. I'm telling you. Listen, I'll tell y'all like this. Almost 500 people here. Hit the like button at least. I ain't asking for much, but the like button. And if you like the content, drop a 1, right? I literally have people I've told the same answer to for months. Somebody else tell it to them, they're like, oh, guess what I heard? I almost want to punch them dead in the throat. Be like, get the hell out of my face. Because what happens is people don't listen. They don't listen to their in dire straits, to it's emergency, to the house is on fire, to they about to lose all their shit. Now you, Ericka. Hey, Ericka, tell me about this. What do you think I should do for you? I don't think you should do shit. You didn't do that when I told you 6 months ago. Don't do it now. Do you know what I'm saying? There are some people who've cast the die for themselves. I don't know if you ever heard of that. They cast the die. They've already put themselves on the road to spinstersdom. They've already put themselves on the road to be a certified bachelor. They've already put themselves on the road to be a broke person. And you bringing something up to them, letting them know that change is possible, pisses them off. That's just the truth of it. When you actually meet people and people see how, like, I know y'all see a lot here on YouTube, but the people that actually know me here in Austin and seen me change over the past 7 years, there are people I get in the room and they're like, they don't, oh my God. I'm like, hey, how you been? How you doing? Great. Still working the same job. Still driving the same. I'm like, good. That's great. Guess what? I've been traveling the world, helping thousands of people. I have over 15,000 students in my email list. I've already helped all these different people. I've spoke on conferences. I spoke internationally. I'm investing overseas. I'm investing locally. They don't want to hear that shit. They don't want you coming in here with that new, fresh energy of doing life when they're not doing anything with their life. They don't want to hear that. Even people that are happy with their life don't want to hear that shit. That's why you always hear people saying, man, people that travel brag all the time. People that make money brag all the time. Why is it bragging? Because you're insecure about what you're doing with your life. That's what it is. It's bragging to you because you're insecure. There are people I know right now who have traveled over to Mexico like twice a month. Masterminds, small party mode. They don't post none of that stuff on Instagram. And they're a famous person I can point them out right now. They don't because they said, Ericka, people would be so angry with us if they knew how much we traveled. They'd be angry with us. And I'm like, I can't live like that. I'd rather go off YouTube and get off the internet than be like, I can't show y'all I'm out here damn car camping and living my best damn life. I'd rather disappear off the internet than do that shit. I'd rather just sell it all and go take a break. No thanks. Like, that's not living. That's crazy. Right? So, I mean, it's that crazy out here. Nerds are the best. Mom was planning. I know mom was trying to get it set. I said, Mom, what was you doing? She was trying. They do. That's why they send them away to these schools. But if your parents don't have the money to send your kids away to schools like that, they ain't got you in the right spaces. I know, John. She was trying to rent me out. What's up, Antoine Wade? Arranged marriages rock. Listen, fit girls, you know. Listen, people know when their family got issues. That's all. You can. The link will be at the bottom of this video when it's over. Hey, thank you, Anton Wade, for the $20 super chat. Chime has so many scammers that prepaid card used to grift people unemployment checks. That's insane. That's really sad, but I believe you. And I mean, Chime equals crime. No, they do. These prepaid cards nickel and dime you. Go to a cream. Better off getting in the dump truck? Possibly, yeah. Truth, and it's sad to see older people jumping out of truck. Man, I saw this guy. He was really, really, really bow-legged. Like, I mean, like waddling bow-legged, jumping out of a truck in his late 60s. I was like, good gracious. I did. I just thought that was the funniest thing. Like, do you have a Zach change? Girl, if you don't get your ass out of here with a Zach change, you at the airport, international airport. No. Lowest ATM fees ever, nail shop, plus a cash. Yeah, you start bringing out cash. I got a discount for you. That's the thing. It's a fight for your money, Anthony Russell. This is why I'm saying it without saying it. This is a fight for your money. They ain't hiring 87,000 IRS agents to get everybody on a PPP loan. You could get a squat team of 1,000 agents to do that. 87,000 agents, IRS agents armed with guns and bullets. That's for you, baby. That's for y'all. This country is a corporation. People that are in corporations are gonna be just fine. It's not the laws, the tax laws, the IRS laws were not written for poor people. They were written for the wealthy. These old credit cards, yeah, everybody should use a credit card. Half our country doesn't even have a bank. 50% of Americans are not even appropriately banked. They're cashing their checks at HEB. They're cashing their checks at Walmart. They're cashing their checks on some damn time. They're depositing at Walgreens. They're not even ready for this era. We're trying to move America to 2040, and people don't even have a debit card. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like we have that many people behind that they're not even in this new technology yet. I don't know if you ever seen something that's like I was talking about faxes, and somebody's like, "Who still faxes?" I said, "Lots of banking institutions, lots of companies still do faxes and wires and everything." So again, you have a country trying to move forward when half the citizens can barely read and write, and they don't have a debit card. What do you think's about to happen? You're gonna have a lot of unrest in places. This is what it is. Yeah, use cash. When you go to the barber shop, they gonna tax you for using the card. Really? I could believe it though. They gotta use them swipe machines. That part too. Even Dubai wants the dollar. They want the dollar. Cash is more secure as a business owner because it's tangible and easier to underreport on taxes. Scam free. Counterfeit money is tougher to execute than credit/debit card scam. I got friends in agriculture telling me stock up. Listen, I've already told y'all. When people sit here and go, I don't know. I'm like, community supported agriculture. Go to your local farmer's market. We bought chicken, me and the boo thing, bought chicken from the farmer's market, a bunch of it. I was like, this is a good chicken. So anyway, and the guy was so happy. We paid with cash. He was like, thank you. All right. And I was just like, okay, hope you're having a good day. He was excited to sell us that damn chicken. I said, man, I ain't never seen somebody that happy to sell chicken. Sugar, I just created my first YouTube videos because of you. Thank you. No, thank you. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being attention. There's 553 people here. Hit the like button. If you haven't signed up for the digital real estate course, where we teach you how to create digital real estate, all right? Podcasts, YouTube, internet. That's the only class, that one and the coaching class are the only classes I'm going to step in and teach 1 or 2 classes in my absence. 1 in September and 2 in October and 1 in November. Because what happens fourth quarter, my friends? Tell us all in the chat. Money, cash money happens fourth quarter. You can put cash money in the chat if you want to. Let me see what y'all got in here. Good stream, enjoy, peace. Thanks, I appreciate it. Y'all just drive to Austin to see Ericka call first, though. You better call first. Okay, thank you so much. I appreciate all y'all well wishes. Puerto Rico trip is probably gonna be next year. You got to think. Again, we've told you what happens in fourth quarter. Fourth quarter, you can make money, and fourth quarter off your products and services. But what also happens fourth quarter? People gone. Like right now, like I'm telling, like there are people in the chat that were like, "Did the boat party happen? Did it get canceled?" This is how ghost people are. They're like, "What? The boat party happened last week?" I've been talking about the boat party for 6 months, y'all. 6 months straight on this chat. At least 150 videos straight. Boat party. And somebody still was like, damn, I missed it. That's how it be out here. We've even post clips, repeated different clips on Instagram. People like, what? It happened already? People be zombied. They be on autopilot. They be on summertime booty time. They be gone. So, so I'm sitting here telling you there's like 55 days till October 13th and 15th in Panama. I'm going to have to put Puerto Rico all the way to January because people are still on school. Oh, school starts next week. Oh, crap. I better go buy my baby some supplies. This same child, they ain't taught to read all summer. They're going to go get some supplies tomorrow. I want you to understand that's how people are. So it's already fourth quarter. What happens fourth quarter? September. They're talking about the kids. They're talking about school activities. They're talking about football. October, Halloween, scary movies. November, Thanksgiving. December, Christmas. People already gone. That's why I tell you, if you ever sit in any masterminds with me or anybody I know, I've got a calendar in my house and also in my groups. I'll talk about it. We've already got April planned the next year. So I'm just telling you now, sweet angel, Puerto Rico probably won't be till January. Because ain't no point in planning it in December. I think Andy buys house has one more boot camp in December. But I just know how people are. They already checked out. They already gone. So ain't no point in telling them, hey, let's go to Puerto Rico in December. Ain't no point. Let's go and put Puerto Rico in January. Because y'all gonna be going anyway. Like y'all not paying attention. I just know how people are. Right? The people who want to pay, we already had 10 people buy tickets already. Those people, as soon as I dropped the link, they were like, click, let's go. I already know. I know how people are. So in the videos you see coming out, because they're pre-recorded, every single video, the next 100 videos, brace yourself. We're going to be talking about Panama and Belize, because I think Belize is before the Puerto Rico trip, but we'll see. Panama, Belize, and Puerto Rico. That's all you're going to hear in every video. You're going to hear from our 3 different sponsors. For the rest of the year, we have people bought their slots, their commercial time slots already. So we already got it locked up for the next 98 days. We already got it locked up. But I know how people are. So we moved Puerto Rico to January. Javon, you're going to have to watch. We already 54 minutes in. You got to go back and rewind the video. Yes, we're still doing Wealth Wednesday. So Wealth Wednesdays, We still have like 10 guests that are all in the credit, insurance, and capital investment company space. We're just getting them lined up because you know how they also realize it's going into fourth quarter, so they in high gear. So Wealth Wednesdays, one, the digital real estate, and coaching. That's it. That happened to my ex, inherited his dad's house in LA and couldn't even afford to live there. That again, you gotta prepare people. Gotta prepare people for what they gotta do. Okay, so this is answer the question. Okay, the question I had was, how much do you think the guy's mastermind in LA coming up in I think 3 weeks or so, or September, that got him $500 million a month off of his making $1 million off ads is? So people are saying 50,000, 5,000, girl, 50,000, 10K, 5, 10K. Y'all, no, y'all way off. 10. Will Edmond, right on the dot, 25K. 25. Look, the rest of y'all are way too low. Y'all, listen. If I help somebody make $1 million a month, I'm not charging less than 25K. Will Edmond for the win. Listen, I'm looking at all y'all answers. Okay, Practical Christian got 30K. She was close. Will, I think you the only person. Will's the only person. Yeah, Will's the only person got it. Dang. Okay, 25K. Yes, 25,000 for a 3-day mastermind in Las Vegas with the guy who did him 500s, $1 million ads, 1.2 million a month. Now I think old boy made 2, 3, or 4 million in those January, February, March of 2022. But they don't release that in the mastermind. I already know. I already know how that mastermind is gonna go. But here's my thing. I'm not saying the 25K is not worth it. Thank you, Will Edmond, for voting, getting that right. I'm not gonna say it's not worth it. What I am gonna say is you could probably work with a lower tier guy and take that 25K and roll it into ads and get money for the fourth quarter. Now, again, if you're a business, you're a coaching person, if you've been in my digital real estate class, I tell y'all that part of the business is important. The ads, getting in front of people is important. Ty Lopez still runs ads on YouTube, y'all. Getting in front of people is still important. I've been to too many marketing consultants. If I could just go, I can go sit down for 90 days and just run ads. I would be just fine. It's a business because it's a business, right? If you committed to it, there's a young man that used to come on here and he did interviews in several of our groups. He runs about 10K a month in ads, and it took that third month. He was starting to panic, but that third month it hit. He made like 50K a month for the next 3 months in a row after that. So we make fun about ads, we talk about ads, but I've seen people's lives change in these past 3 years, from 2019 to 2020 to now, where they spent that ad money and their life is like, bam, like good googly moogly. Now, with the way courses are going, the chargebacks are going, the way people are running out of money for some stuff, you have to have a really good offer. You have to have a really good product. But also remember, 90% of people don't even finish those classes. And that's whether it's, I think 40% of people finish $1,000 course. But on average, any course under $1,000, they've been studying this for years. 90% of people don't even finish it. That's my thing. 90% of people don't even finish it. That's why when people say, why are you talking about jobs? I go, some of y'all might be just better getting a higher paying job, taking that money off to the side if you're not going to finish these courses. But yeah, Will, congratulations. You get gas is spot on. Orlando, I want to go to Panama. Panama don't have no shot. No, you just have to show that you took a test. That's it. That's it. What request is still pending for the group? Send us an email at admin.classyclimbers.com so we can match your email. She said an aging/sick parent, maybe. An able-bodied sibling, never. If your Uncle Boo Boo and them want to come live with you, you ever seen them? Oh, listen, perfect movie. Go look up Uncle Buck. It's a 1980s classic. John Kennedy, before he died. Go look up Uncle Buck. Uncle Buck is what most of us know. That's the white version. Uncle Buck is the white version. But we all know Uncle Buck in the black community, who's gambling, got an old Cadillac, thinks he's hot shit. And if something go left, he coming to live with you. Go watch that movie. Anybody in here see Uncle Buck? Put Uncle Buck if you know what I'm talking about. The movie Uncle Buck. That's a perfect example. have an emergency fund for myself and a separate one for my family because my mama, sister, niece, and all their minor children are constantly somewhere with a hand out to me. Good gracious. I apologize. But this is part of why I talk about investing is if you invest to the point where I know one couple, they have at least 10 vacation properties up Florida. Like they love Florida. They live in Florida. They got vacation properties in Florida. They making a killing. Now, they family don't think they making a killing because they've stayed in the same house. But when I be seeing them and they don't post to the ground, they be like, hey, we in Mexico. We in Aruba. We over here. I be like, that's what I'm talking about. But they family don't see that because they don't be posting online. Because I be calling them up like, hey, da what's up? They be like, oh, we in Aruba. Sorry, we missed you. We was in Aruba. We was gone. People be doing it. They be hiding money from family. Thank you so much. I totally agree and appreciate your knowledge. I'm over here grinding it out. Have my clients fix and flip their 4th property. Congratulations. They really do. They inherit a mama's and pop house and lose it because they're too lazy to pay property taxes. We got a job referral program in Intel now. We're looking for engineer technicians. They opened up a plant in Ohio. Yep. Okay, I'm gonna finish this out. We had an hour now, so let me go ahead and get it out. I know. Why does Taggart Williams date the same old ugly blonde woman sometimes? Because he can. I know the older sister in Soul Food movie. She always helping everybody and they're ungrateful. They call her mean. They mad at her. It happens. Punch him in the throat. Punch him dead in the throat. Once you elevate, your circle has to change. It really does. Go back and watch Earn Your Leisure talk with Tyler Perry, where he was saying he felt like his life was spinning and he was spinning to a new level. And every time it would spin, people would fall off. That happened. That's happened. I mean, you really are. L-Dub, if you're a black man or woman right now, you making 100K, disappear for a year or two. Just start buy an investment property or two before you come back and tell anybody. I make 400K is that good income to buy a Lambo? Health Guru, if you buy that Lambo, will everybody ask you for some money next month? It's one of those things, right? Because people are like, well, if you made all this money, you could buy this and buy that. I said, y'all don't know my personal expenses. You don't know my bills. You don't know my family I'm helping. You don't know situations. You don't know it. You're assuming. And that's what a lot of people do. Oh, man. Sometimes you got to cut them off. Yo, C. Jones, this is the thing. See, that's where we used to have shame. It's 510 people here. Hit the like button. I know it's going long for you guys. The men in my family make good money in Cali. Grown men don't mind asking them for money. That's crazy. I would rather learn how to get the money myself. C. Jones, this is part of the entitlement culture. This is where we don't have shame anymore. Right? I saw this girl with her damn cheeks out at the store. I would be like, girl, you don't pull them shorts down. Cover your crack up. What's wrong with you? But I know I can't do that because somebody might turn around and mollywop me up in the store. We don't have shame anymore, right? So them same men that would go out, chase big booty Betty, throw 20s at the club, drink, smoke weed, they have the nerve to look you in your face, come at you for money. The same way everybody tells you stop bragging on your business, talk about your business every day. You go to work every day. Shut up. Go to work every day. I don't tell you not to go to work every day. Don't tell me not to promote my business every day. I literally have promoted stuff over and over and people are like, oh, you always promoting something. Every day for the rest of the year. The rest of the 19, I think it's 19 more Fridays in a year. Somebody look it up for me. It's either 18 or 19 more Fridays. Every single week, I will be promoting salmon, food, trips, Panama, something. Just prepare yourself. About it, I don't think anything about it, really, honestly. I don't care. I mean, like, I would say go find a channel that's talking about cargo vans. To be honest with you, a lot of YouTubers, they ask you everything. I don't know everything. And I don't really care to know everything. I don't really care about cargo vans at the moment. I know they make money for people, but I would strongly recommend you go to a channel that's talking about cargo vans. See, the little quiet part people didn't really address to y'all when all that trucking nonsense started coming out wild is a lot of these people had cousins and uncles and family members who were boo-boo the fool, but they could put them in the truck and the truck can make the money. See, that part they didn't tell you in the story. You know what I'm saying? Get them likes up. Derek said, get them likes up. Thank you for $5 for that. You really do. You really will. You got to go talk to new people. I feel like an outsider. I can't talk about finance investing with people I know. They say you already got a house and a military check. You greedy. That's basic though. You got to get new people. Will, real sorry, new people. Thank you so much for $5 super chat. Government agencies still use fax. This is the listen. I called the IRS. I needed my EIN number. Something was wrong. We couldn't get stuff out of the database. It was one of the LLCs I don't even use. They were like, "You got a fax number?" I had an efax.com number, so I said, "Yeah, I have an efax. I have an efax number." I gave it to her, got it in like 2 minutes. But if not, she was gonna mail it to me, which could take forever from the IRS. I was like, "Mail it to me? Like snail mail?" Yeah, snail mail. I said, "What about if you fax it right now?" Okay, we can do that right now. That's why when y'all sit here and talk about facts and all that stuff is goofy. I know y'all ain't talking about it. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Fourth quarter money, tweet, talk, the Black Wealth Real Stock. I'm telling you. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I'm going off the habit too, baby. I'm gone. Y'all think I'm joking. I appreciate you though. I brought my ticket in March. Like, what the? Listen, I'm telling you. I will be at Afrotech in November. I think I'll be back in the country and I'll be at Afrotech in November because I want to do a meetup at the end of the week. I want to, if they'll let me sponsor one of the talks, Classy Climb will sponsor one of the talks, but we're gonna see. And listen, Will, you be knowing 25K is the going rate, y'all. It's only these little ones that we meet up at that are like 5K. You got 10K meetups, but most time it's that 25K number. Sherry, I'm telling you, I already secured maybe like 5 ad spots. I already did it like for this year because people know they got to be in front of people on a constant. Sassy class October 13th through 15th is the Panama trip. You know what I mean? Uncle Buck, y'all go look at the Uncle Buck movie. I promise you, go look it up and you tell me what similarities, because it's like that Chicago or whatever. What similarities you see now with Uncle Buck that you see with people right now? Yeah, they love Uncle Buck. Uncle Buck, plane, trains, and automobile. Listen, you already know it. You can't share your blessing with everybody online. This is what's getting a lot of folks jammed up. They telling these secrets online, these gems online. Everybody's like, "Oh, that's a scam. That's fraud." No, a lot of it's gray man tactics. And what ends up happening is a lot of these guys are having these same conversations in masterminds, but you don't know. Go for it. Certifications are gonna be big in the future. Can you study and pass a test? Go on. That's what it is. So anyway, all right, you guys. This is your girl Ericka, Classic Con Blog. Again, the credit class, I recommend you get it. Get that credit right. Apply for all the cards you want. Number 2, digital real estate class. We will be meeting and when we are offline. The coaching class, we will be meeting. This is offline. The Wealth Wednesdays, we will be meeting with our special guests. All right. Well, I wish y'all love. It's been real. I think my last official class video is Friday, which is tomorrow. I think we have 2. You guys have been wonderful people. I've enjoyed all of you. The boat party was a success. It was beautiful people, new people. Like I think we had like almost 80% new people at the boat party. Stuff's awesome. But I tell y'all, get out here, get something going. It's fourth quarter for real. So anyways, you guys, this is your girl Ericka, Classic Climb Blog. Have a wonderful evening.